Not gonna lie, this episode went pretty hard. It went super hard, man. This was a good action-packed episode. Still kind of one-sided on certain areas, but I guess it was to show character strength growth, I guess. More than that, it's just let's talk about Shia. Shia being a complete and total savage to that one poor guy to the point where like, whoa man, you're being a dick. Because the situation with Tia and the guy that she was fighting is something that usually a main character goes through in anime and manga and stuff, where they have someone they love die and they go out for revenge and they're doing their monologue and the bad guy, acts that way. It's the same way but reverse. Her excuse is she don't want to hear about someone she killed that was killed. It's like their life story. Like if you were killing people, would you want to hear their life story? No, true. And she also said Hajime gave her a chance to run, but she chose not to. Also true. But at the same time, if it was Hajime that was killed, I don't think she would talk. I bet she would just go out full on vengeance, which is probably true. So, but still, the way she did it was so dang. That's something right there, man. For her to be just total savage like that, just nope. Like I don't give a fuck about you and your bitch that I killed. Well, Hajime killed. I'm gonna go take credit. She says. Nah, she didn't say that. But still, it was pretty savage, dude. There was some BS I want to call out. When did she have one power? She was being turned to stone, and all of a sudden she had this ability I never see her do ever. All of a sudden she has this freaking ability. Like, okay, that's out of nowhere. The thing that Arifureta is doing is what a lot of isekai anime does, where they give them powers you never see them do, no explanation, no side showing them building that power, but we're supposed to accept, oh, they just have that power. Just out of nowhere. Never used it before, but using it right now at this convenient time. Wow. She pulled out the wrecking ball. I kind of saw that one coming in a way. The hammer, the ball. It's kind of like that one toy you have with the hammer and the ball. Yeah, I can see that coming. And she actually said with dragons. But not only that, I hate how sometimes they make the opponents seem weak for plot's sake as well. The strategy they was doing, despite what she's doing, her attacks were still slow. Something could have gotten to her. For instance, when she was swinging her ball, the dragon from behind could have went from behind her and attacked her. They could have easily done that. No matter how fast she would blow her ball, she would have an opening right then and there. Whether it's up, bottom, behind, whatever. Probably not front, but up and down and from behind. She could have an opening. Like she couldn't get taken down. You had tons of dragons, and you did such a poor strategy, in my opinion. It's just ridiculous, Like, it doesn't make any sense. But then again, these things happen for, plot sakes. I won't bring much up attention again because I love doing that. Every power that Ruius does, he always explains beforehand how he does it, how he trains. You see him train through that power. Even his chantless incantations, they still show him using that power. Even with Nafumi from Shield Hero, which is also an easy guy, he also shows how he gains his powers and abilities and stuff. It's never really BS. A lot of the time, it's not BS. But this right here is just pure out BS. So she takes him down, calls her a monster, and she's like, wow, thanks. I guess I can finally be called a monster now, just like the rest of them. So she likes that. And again, she has been traveling with strong people, so of course she herself has gotten stronger. Which is always weird. Usually when you have that comic relief character, they always stay weak most of the times, just because, even though you're around strong people and you're trying to train and survive with them, you yourself should gain some sort of strength and ability being around them, fighting the same amount of strength and strong creatures that they're doing. It only makes sense. Now, with Yue, she was mad. She was just mad the entire episode, man. Even taunting the Freed and everything, man. And my only question is this. Who trapped Yui in the labyrinth? for her to be so powerful. Like, you see how strong she is? You know, who trapped her in that labyrinth? Who? You know, the thing about vampires is that they're very emotionally attached. When they do, not very emotionally attached to things, but when they are, they're very possessionate about it, very daunting over it. So if anything happens to that thing that they love very much, they get ferocious and furious and angry, especially when they lose it. They lose it as well. They pretty much throw away their humanity. It shows the thing with Dracula. From Castlevania, about he didn't care much for things. He was tired, done with humanity. Then he fell in love with this woman, and then he lost her, and then he threw away his humanity in order to just destroy humanity. That's what he did. Same thing with Yui and plenty of other vampires you see throughout other stories, where they get super possessive over something. If they ever lose it, they would just destroy humanity and start destroying everything. Something Yui herself could have done if she would lose Hajime herself. She would totally do that. And I can see her do that, especially with the red eyes, and she was attacking. Now, her battle being freed was a lot more interesting because it wasn't too one-sided. But again, it showed how both of them were using good strategy to try to one-up each other. She pulled out some very powerful magic, and then even with that, he distracted her in order to just impale her. But even then, she was able, that was what she wanted. She's like, I gotta get to you. You're keeping your distance, you're being smart, so I need you to lower your guard. The best time you lower your guard when your opponent thinks that they won. That's when they lower their guard. Except for Dio. Dio don't do that. Dio's a smart vampire. But anyways, the strategy that she used, sliding him escaping death. This time, like, dang, man. Like, if Hajime is probably stronger than Yui, I'm not sure. He probably don't stand a chance against Hajime. Hajime would body him if that's the case. Like, dang. But anyways, the battle between Hajime and Noet, the apostle, showing how emotional she's supposed to be, but is that really the case? As Hajime is thinking, is she really that emotionless as she claims to be? Maybe because he keeps making fun of the religion and of the god, how the god keeps switching sides, playing both sides, and really just wants to be a god and wants to be worshipped, and that's it, no matter the cost. It reminds me of a certain other god from another series that did the same thing, but on a worse scale. I'm not spoiling that. Well, anyways, him in his battle was very strategic, even saying how the demons were attacking the area, and said, as soon as you go stop them, he said, that's their what happens, man. God didn't tell me to do it, so I don't care. That's what she said. Like, dang, she cold. Everyone in this show being savage right now. That's pretty nice. No one's giving a crud about the little guy. So, yeah, man, things are warming up here. I'm enjoying it. So, I wasn't really expecting the big battle to happen right now, but hey, that's what we're getting. So, might as well enjoy it. So anyways, that's all I got for this vid. I really, really enjoyed this episode. It was nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon on the side of the background on anime. Signing out.